This is the awkward bit, isn't
It's
it?
weird, like, not saying anything.
Hi guys, welcome back. So today I am joined by Alice, who is also going to a second year of uni, like I am.
Yeah.
Today we are going to be giving you a Freshers survival guide on all the tips that we think you need to know to survive Freshers and make it as fun as possible and enjoy the experience. Enjoy the experience as much as you can. Might as well just get on into it. So my first tip, which is something that I do, is to always keep an emergency £20 in your phone case. This is for taxis, it can be for anything. If you get left alone on a night out, you need to get a taxi back. You've always got cash on you.
I swear, right, in Bristol, we don't use taxis.
No.
Like, we either get the bus back from a night out or an Uber.
Yeah.
So going to uni and people getting taxis was a massive shock for me.
Yeah, because Uber didn't exist in Cheltenham.
No.
Like, it doesn't exist.
So I wasn't prepared and I didn't have emergency money, so I wouldn't be able to pay for the taxi.
Yeah, you have to use the local taxis. Like, I think it depends on where you go, but if you go somewhere fairly small, like Cheltenham is, you have to have cash.
Yeah.
So, like, I always had money in my phone case, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case it was cold outside or whatever and we wanted to get a taxi back, or I got abandoned like I sometimes did. You just turn around and you're like, my friends have gone, where are they?
I've lost everyone.
I've lost everyone. I need to go back. So I that's probably one of the most important tips I would say, to always have emergency money on you just in case.
My first one is, so when you move in, I don't know whether you got this, but you get like a form that you've got to fill in to say like what your room looks like. We all filled those in, but none of us gave them back in. So what I would say to do, my tip is to don't bother about that form because everyone forgets about that. Just take pictures of the room before you put your stuff in. Because if there is like, you know, mould on the wall or your curtain is like all ripped up or there's scratches on the back of your door, at least you can show those pictures so that you kind of don't get in trouble for anything and don't get fined for anything. So just take pictures of the room before you go in so that you don't get fined at the end if anything goes wrong. You
will find that there's probably a lot of problems with the room anyway. I was in a brand new building and there were like stains up the wall.
Did you see the colour of my curtains? And they had holes in them. They had holes.
Oh my god. Number 2, this is another night out tip. Eat before you go out. Like, honestly, I can't stress enough. Eat something like stodgy, beans on toast, pasta, rice. Stuff that you need to eat, because so many people that I know that I've done it myself and not had time to eat and gone out and you regret it the next day. It is just, you have to eat just for your own sake. Even if you end up getting like drunk food afterwards, you will tell the difference if you haven't had food. And some people think it's a good idea because they're like, oh, I'll get drunk quicker, like, and you'll get sick. Yeah, you'll be ill quicker, so don't do it. You'll have one drink and you'll be on the floor. I watch a lot of like college American videos rather than British ones. I feel like British university videos are quite difficult to find. And they always say, you know, bring a doorstop. I did not, because my doors were too heavy to use a doorstop. Even like my chair hardly like held the door open. So if you can't keep your door open to kind of mingle and make friends, just go into the kitchen as much as you can in the first few days. The amount of tea I had in the first few days, just to make an excuse to go into the kitchen and boil the kettle and be like hovering around for 5 minutes in case anyone wanted to come in and have a chat, because sometimes you can't like leave your door open all the time. Like, my doors were just too heavy to do that. So if you want to like try and get to know your flat, I would say just go in the kitchen as much as you can, really. Yeah. Even like if you're in a block like we had like a block group chat, and so we would be like, oh, I'm on my floor if anyone wants to pop in, stuff like that. Like, socialise not just within your floor if you can, like try and socialise, because I found that most of my closest friends didn't even live on my floor. They were all mine was like retirement village, so we kind of only had like we had like, it was 8 on our floor and then 1 above us. That was it. So my next one is, if you're gonna go out for Freshers, make sure you go to your university's official events. There will be dodgy ones. No, I didn't go to them, but there were dodgy ones that other companies put on that cost like £15, and the drinks are really expensive. They're just not safe. I would to the max. Yeah, but I would say only go to your uni's official events. Did you buy your like wristband thing? I bought my wristband thing. I bought like 2 tickets to an unofficial event, and then we didn't go because there were other events on that were actually from the uni that everyone else was going to and that were better, and I obviously wasted like 20 quid on tickets for events I didn't go to in the end. But yeah.
Something I'll like add on to that, if your uni does have a wristband, talk to your flatmates beforehand to see if they're all getting it, because if you're the only one, there's not really much point.
No.
Like, I'm sure you'd find people to go with, but obviously it can be quite nerve-wracking. Again, this is going to get really deep and I might offend some people, but I'm just going to say it anyway. The friends you make at freshers, right? Everyone says that you're not going to stay friends with them. You can. Sometimes you can.
Yeah, you can.
You are an example.
I'm an example. My best friend I made in freshers.
So don't go into it being like, oh, I'm not going to stay friends with any of these people, so it doesn't matter if I make a fool out of myself if I insult them, because they could be your friends. But at the same time, don't be upset if you don't stay friends with your freshers' friends, because it happens. It does happen. But I think it was you, because like my freshers' friends were my flatmates.
The thing is, I had like freshers' friends that were in the block, and I'm literally like, some of the people were the ones that were horrible. I don't speak to them anymore. Only Charlie really was the exception, that we just clicked and we got on fine.
Like, you found your like person. I have not. So don't be upset if you don't. That is the thing. I feel like everyone looks at these videos like, okay, like any friends I make in freshers I will not stay friends with, so there's no point investing in that
It's not true, because you can, but they're also, you shouldn't.
Like, if you want to invest in a relationship, you can, and you can make it work. But like, obviously it's a two-way thing, so some people do go in with the mindset of like, we'll be freshers friends, but after that, like.
But also, don't go in with the mindset that you're going to find your friends for life in freshers.
Open-minded.
Because you're not.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Because I hoped for that, and just disappointed really. Just be open-minded, because you don't want to rule anyone out, but at the same time don't completely close yourself off and be like, right, these 3 girls are going to be my best friends for the rest of the year, and then not, you know, make an effort with that, you know, that friend on your course that's like offered to go for a coffee. Like, just do it. Just get yourself out there.
It's better to have a lot of friends, I think, than.
Because you never know who you'll click with more.
Exactly, and also, I said it before in a video, I think, that like, it's better to have, you can have different groups for different reasons and for different things. So like, I don't know, you can have an issue with one friendship group and then have someone else to go to about it, if you know what I mean. Similar like with, if you go out, like, I find if I get abandoned by one friend, I can then find another and be like, hi, how are you?
That's the type of thing, like, I very much had like friends on my course, gym friends, church friends, flatmates, and like, it was all the type of friendships where whatever situation you were in that was normal, you know, in your flat, on your course, you would chat to them, but like outside I would never really make the effort. I would never be like, my halls were not the nicest to be sociable in, so I couldn't really invite like, you know, my friends in 2nd and 3rd year over and be like, oh, do you want to come over? Because my halls were just grim in that sense of trying to entertain guests. So that is like, this is obviously going a bit further than freshers, but actually put yourself out there rather than just like not.
You don't have to just be friends with people in your block, in your year, in
just
your
make
course.
the effort. Just talk to as many people as you can.
I've then got, when you meet your flatmates, make sure you have all of their phone numbers in case of emergency, and maybe their parents' contacts. Put them on the notice board, because we all put our phone numbers down on a notice board, but when my friend injured himself in my flat, which was really traumatic, we didn't have his parents' contact number. We didn't know how to contact them. He was like passed out on his bed. We were trying to unlock his phone with his thumb and it was not working. And so we luckily got onto like the medical ID on an iPhone, but it took us like 20 minutes to like find. So I think it's really important to have an emergency contact along with your own, because you never know what's going to happen. You don't go there thinking that something bad's going to happen, but it just in case something does happen. And obviously we had a student within the first term who passed away in the halls, not in our block, but in a different one. And so like, bad stuff does happen. You've got to have parent contact, I think, whether the uni have got it, but I think it's important for the flat to have it as well.
One thing as well about like having each other's phone numbers, I dropped my phone down the toilet in December. So when I went on nights out without a phone, it was really scary, because if I got lost, like, what would I do? So I had to write down everyone's phone number on a piece of paper and like keep it in my pocket, because like I didn't have
that's
a phone.
Good point.
So I know loads of people, I mean apart from dropping down the toilet, I don't lose my phone very often, but if you are prone to losing your phone, just like keep some numbers on a piece of paper, so that you could always, like, worst case if you lose everyone, use someone else's phone to ring other people. Right, in freshers, you will probably very much struggle with finding time to keep in contact with people from home. So my tip was, if you are a girl and you do makeup before a night out, FaceTime your people. FaceTime, whether it's like your friends or your like parents, whilst you're doing your makeup, because I like that is the only time you will have for it.
That's what I did.
Because in freshers you spend as much time as you can getting to know your flatmates, like being social, doing things, and you don't want to lock yourself away in your room and miss the opportunity to get to know everyone. But so use the time when you get ready to FaceTime people. Yeah. If you can. Just like go through and whoever picks up, just like spend half an hour.
Even not just in freshers, I just did it throughout the whole year. Whenever I was getting ready, if I hadn't like spoken to my mum in the day or whatever for a while, I would then FaceTime her. Or even eating tea. I would just sit at my desk and eat tea and be like, FaceTime. Hello! Make sure you have every possible medicine with you. You like, no doubt, if you go out a lot in freshers, even just the moving into uni kind of thing, you will get sick.
Did you get freshers flu?
I didn't get it in freshers. I got it like 2 weeks after.
I got it like 2 months after. And then
it didn't go till like January. I had to go to the doctors, but like make sure you have every possible medicine. Like I've got like paracetamol, ibuprofen, even Imodium. Like
what is that?
For diarrhea. Even Imodium, you never know. Even if you don't think you're going to need it, someone else probably will. Like, I'm not lying.
Lemsip is one that other people use that I had.
You need plasters, cold and flu.
Lemsip has like paracetamol in it, but it just like soothes sore throats.
Cold and flu tablets, cough medicine.
Day nurse and night nurse my dad gave me.
I had so much. I've still got it.
I had this like weird nose spray thing for like when you had a cold, you had to like spray it up your nose, everything. And I had a throat one as well.
Even if you don't use it, someone else will go, oh my god, I'm dying. And you'll be like,
oh, and plasters and blister plasters.
Yeah.
Because in the first like 2 weeks I cut myself with a knife and got blisters all the time. So
you just need to like make sure when you move in, you've got everything.
Just make a little.
Because the worst thing is having to go out and get it.
And this is the thing, when you go shopping, you can only buy a certain amount of medicine at a time, otherwise they stop you and they take it off. So in like the weeks building up to freshers, like every time like a parent goes out to buy something, just get them to buy like paracetamol, ibuprofen. This is probably a bit TMI, but if you're a girl and you get period pains, Nurofen period version will save you. Right, save up money before you go to freshers so that you don't blow all of your student loan on freshers nights out, because you will do that and you will see the like, you know, possible grand that's just dropped in your bank account and be like, great, I can buy all those shots. I can, you know, go to the student shopping event day and buy all of this, like these. You don't want to do it because then you will get to like Christmas and be running low on your money, and then there's a whole issue of the overdraft. And like, just don't do it. Just save up money over summer if you can.
I think get your admin done early. So like bring a copy of your passport, bring well, this is what I did anyway. I brought a copy of the confirmation letter for the university. I brought a copy of the confirmation of my student loan, just so I had it with me. Because if I got to a point and like my student loan hadn't come through, I wouldn't have had it with me, or like if there'd have been a problem with enrolling. It's just important, I think, to bring admin kind of things. Like even like a bank statement from your bank account, if you have to go in, you need a bank statement to prove your...
That is a whole other thing. I had to get like a DBS check halfway through and I didn't, I just had all the stuff.
I had a folder with like my exam results in, because they, just to check it, whatever. I just had a folder with like everything I needed, like doctors, like prescriptions, just in case. It's important.
No, that's good.
Rather than to get halfway through the term and find you need something and you have to ring your mum and be like, can you scan it and email it to me please? It's better to just have it all done.
Yeah, I did something like that when I first went down in freshers. I was planning on carrying on driving lessons in Brighton rather than waiting till I came home. So I brought like my theory test thing and all of that stuff down. So not that ended up happening, but it's a point. I feel like we've kind of mentioned this in talking about the stodgy foods. Stock up on your hangover foods, whether that is microwavable rice or super noodles or bacon or you know, or like frozen chicken nuggets. Yeah. Whatever it is, stock up on it because you won't feel like leaving the flat. Yeah.
Even if you're not going to use it for a hangover, like you will get to like 1 o'clock you'll get to 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I've done it and I've just been sat in the kitchen like, I'm so bored, I'm just going to get me some chips, like literally.
Oh, eating out of boredom.
Frozen fruit, eating out of boredom, you do it. Or like if you're like really awake and like not in the mood to go to sleep, you like you need
I
to
would
have
even freeze
for
raspberries.
frozen foods. You just need them because you can't.
I'm looking forward to having more freezer space because
have the
I've
smallest
never
drawers.
appreciated a freezer so much. Because when you're cooking for one person, stuff goes out of date so quickly.
Yeah.
So I just live off of my freezer. Anyway, hangover food, stock up super noodles or pot noodles or whatever it is that you have noodle.
I then have be careful with your drink.
I love how cute that
Like
sounds.
you don't want. I put you want to remember freshers.
Did you go spiked?
I didn't get spiked. No.
Two of my flatmates did, and I didn't.
I know one of the boys on my course got spiked, and he
wow.
got he had to go to the hospital. You just got to be very careful. Don't take any drinks from strangers. Don't, like we've said, not eat before you go out. Just be careful. If you've been at home and you've not been someone that goes really, really hard, do not do that just because you're at uni.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
don't live up to the student
don't
stereotype.
live up to the
kids.
student stereotype. Just be careful. You want to remember freshers basically.
And also, one of my friends accidentally, 2 years ago, spiked herself by having 2 paracetamol for a headache before we went out and then drinking loads, and she spiked herself and so was vomiting for the rest of the night because she had one cider and was like, how am I
just
this
be
strong?
careful because I had one traumatic night where we went to my TV. We do a TV prees, and if you haven't been before, you've got to do an initiation, and I haven't been.
No.
And the initiation was I just got really cocky and was like, I can down it all. It had vodka, wine.
I can't chug anything, so I would have been in trouble.
I got it down. They did the chant. I got it down, and I regret. No, yeah, what did it have in it? It had vodka, wine, prosecco. It was just full
of everything.
And I downed it, even though I was meant to have a sip. And guess what was in it? I downed it because I was like, I can do it. And it was a regret, a massive regret. I can't remember anything. It's bad. It was really bad. I fell and slipped on the floor because it was slippy when we were out, and hit my head as well. Woke up the next morning half undressed, eyelashes still on. Was
See, I've never
in my
had
room
any
how
of
the
those,
fuck
but
have I
so
got
many
here?
people have stuff you're missing the last 2
I
hours
didn't
of
know
your
how I
life.
got into my room.
And you just, that is probably more traumatic
It's so
than
scary.
it is enjoyable.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
After that I was I'm never doing that ever again. I'll go out and drink, but now I'm really
know the limits.
I know my limits. I know that was I'd reached the limit and gone past the limit. It was too much, yeah. Just be careful with what you're drinking, who you're taking it from, even if they are your course mates.
Yeah.
They didn't spike me, but there was just a lot of alcohol in my drink.
Going back to the baseline of freshers. Freshers fair. Go to it.
Yes.
You get loads of free stuff, and that's where I've now got the bags that I use for my laundry. But I didn't join societies.
I didn't either.
But if there is one that you want to join but you're scared to, just join anyway. Because I will be in one next year, powerlifting. But I know some unis have vegetarian societies and societies for everything. I think we had a Caribbean music society or something. If you want to join, just join. I think as well I didn't join because I think a lot of my uni's societies were sports teams. Yeah, exactly. And I was just I'm not good at any sport. I was going to join the dance society, but then I was like, nah. I wanted to do dance and cheerleading, and I walked past and they were like, join, and I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, I can't dance. And they weren't like, oh, we'll teach you. They were just like, okay. Yeah, there was a film society and a music society. Me and my course, we've started one now. So we've got a TV one. That's it. We've started one, so I will be part of one next year. Yeah, we're both going into second year with our societies that our group of people have made. Because we've made the power. Because we were like, why is there not one for TV? There was ones for other courses. We were like, why have we not got one? We just were like, we should have started our own. So we some of the boys have done that, and I'm going to be part of it and whatever. But I think didn't start it. Jerry did. Don't want to do it. Sorry. But I think people get frightened of, oh my god, it's just all sports teams. Yeah. You don't have to. Because did they, when it was a Freshers' Fair, they were playing really loud music. They were playing really loud music. The American rugby boys yeah, they're all doing games, mini games and stuff like that, and I'm like, do I look like I'm going to join in with this? No, I'm not. No, I'm not joining the American football team. I wish. I would love to. No, but that is the thing. I feel at uni, we had this thing called, I think it was called Park Life, which was like sports for people who weren't competitive about it. Because things like, if I wanted to join the netball team, there was like tryouts and you had to be good enough. But there are, if that does intimidate you and that does scare you, because it scared us, there will be, maybe not on your uni, but maybe just in the city that you're in, opportunities to do that sport that you enjoy but might not be the best at. There will be an opportunity to do that, because I found that as well.
I think it's like that was as well, because I think there's like, you can join the sports teams for the sport, or you can join it for the social. So you can go to the sports socials. Yeah, I might. No, I can't.
Join the American Football Society.
Yeah, but with the dance one, I think I was like, oh no, you can only join if you compete. Like, I didn't know that you could just join for the socials as well.
Yeah.
Whereas you can go along and just like do it once a week and then go to the socials and not have to worry about like competing in varsity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which they didn't really make very clear. So I think my last one is going to be take loads of photos. Because you don't want to get to the end of Freshers and be like, oh my god, I've not got any photos from it. I had so many.
I feel like I didn't have that.
Like, I had so many. And I'm glad I've got them. Even though half the people in the photos with me I don't speak to now. I'm glad that I've got them. Because I'm like, yeah, I remember that night. That was really good. And like, I don't know. It's just nice to look back on. I'm just going to put them all in a scrapbook.
I'm a big scrapbooker. That's what I've been doing for the past week. I'm a massive scrapbooker person, so I love having all the photos and like that. I've got pictures of me like first day in halls and like first time out in the city and all of that stuff. So
that's all we have time for today. Oh my god, that's so cheesy. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Plans.
Yeah, plans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Alice and subscribe to me, and check out Alice's video that we did on her channel, which was things we wish we knew before starting uni.
Because there are many.
There are a lot of things that
might be TMI, but there are many.
There are a lot of things. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I don't really know what else to say.
I don't know how you end it.
I just usually say bye. Bye. That'll do.